Hello scrubs, today we are going to review another old favorite of the community, the SKS, loved for its old glory, as well as its distinguished looks and reload animation. Let me show you what this beautiful weapon can do. The fuck? Am I on drugs? Am I tripping here? What the fuck is happening to the gun every time it shoots? Look at that fucking firing animation. I know a lot of SKSs were made in China, but I didn't know they made them from fucking rubber. This is absolutely fucking awful. What horrible person did this? It feels like the gun is compounding on itself with its current visual recoil. I have already projectile vomited twice in this presentation. Just look at it. It has been this way since months, and they still haven't fixed it, and it makes the gun legitimately nauseating to use with its iron sights, which is, naturally, the best way to use any classic Soviet weaponry as decreed by our Lord Strelok and his son Tachanka. I can't work with this. I'm feeling my third projectile vomit coming up. It seems drastic times call for drastic measures. I must do the unthinkable. Forgive me, Lord Strelok, for I have sinned. You made me do this, VG. I will not forgive you for this. I feel dirty. Now, in case that overlong introduction failed to get the point across, the SKS has been, for a rather significant period of time, absolutely nauseating to use on account of its visual recoil pattern, making it feel like the gun is made of rubber whenever you are using your iron sights. As a consequence, iron sights are fucking awful on it and should be avoided if you don't want to clean your screen of bile every 15 minutes. Unfortunately, the suck factor of this weapon doesn't end there, because, I'm telling you, compared to both the weapons in its class and the other carbines in the game, the SKS is absolutely fucking trash. Literally every stat on it is awful. Every stat is subpar, most notably its range, recoil and damage, making the gun extremely ineffective and completely unfit for you if you have any hopes to be competitive. I have no idea why this weapon is so fucking awful and why its range is only on par with that of the AKM, meaning putting a suppressor on this gun completely butchers it. However, in my eyes, what really puts the nail in the coffin is that god-awful recoil that it has had since the field of vision fix came through. Basically it was always broken, but given that the previous field of view model made every rifle feel as if you were looking at the front post from the other side of a fucking football field, which in some cases like the Winchester reduced your aiming point to be less than a single fucking pixel. However, it also mitigated the weirdness of the SKS recoil animate. Don't ask me why it just said fucking animate. I swear to fucking god I typed animation, but it just refused to say it like animation in the context of that sentence. So, for just this once, I will recommend you use it with a collimator, but not with a 4x optic, because this gun's range is too fucking trash and it's best used as an aggression carbine. Basically using this weapon as a glorified handgun will work best for you. It should be noted that this weapon does have the unique property that fully emptying it actually gives it a faster reload, contrary to all other guns which will take substantially longer to reload if emptied completely. It might surprise the less veteran amongst us that the SKS once used to be the absolute god gun of the game, and by far the most fun weapon to use. Sporting 70 damage and 300 rate of fire along with a manageable recoil during a time where firing more than 2 consecutive shots with the AKM would make your screen tilt harder than this community during an update designed by Didenko. It was absolutely fucking great, and a lot of players still revere it for this reason. However, since then it has gone through 7 hells of trash and back, and now it for some reason is a shit weapon in a weapon category that nobody even fucking complains about. I strongly recommend against even touching this gun before VG buffs it substantially, perhaps by giving it more rate of fire and a slightly better damage, as well as somewhat improving its recoil, while leaving the range the same, leaving some room for something like a Garand to be introduced into this tier. However, before all, they should fix that fucking recoil animation. How the fuck the AKM and RK animation got fixed last patch, but this one stayed in is a fucking mystery for me. I hope you scrubs enjoyed this video, and remember, don't use this fucking gun with iron sights if you aren't on a masochist streak. See you later, hopefully for my great and wonderful PvE review.